The Kansas City Chiefs won. The Minnesota Vikings won. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers lost a particularly brutal game on Sunday night against the Dallas Cowboys. The playoff best ball market is nice and shook up. Let's go and figure out what to do after a busy weekend in the NFL.
It's short king summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks constipated. It's short king summer.
All right, boys, if you all just came over from ADP chasing, if it's your first time here, welcome. We are going to be drafting some playoff best ball teams. I think the playoff best ball market got a pretty good shakeup in week 16. I feel as if some of those results, particularly I think the Chiefs result is a big one. I think the Eagles result is probably the largest one. Chiefs looking good, and the Eagles losing. The Eagles, basically having no ability to generate the 1 seed. It's a pretty big strategy change, effectively. And I think it should change. I think it should change how we draft. I need to side in. I need to sign in to the Sidekick because it's telling me that I don't have access. Imagine not having access to the Sidekick. I personally cannot. This is interesting. David Montgomery in playoff best ball. What do you do with David Montgomery in playoff best ball? My gut instinct is that he probably still is not a particularly great play, mostly because the Lions are still pretty likely to get the 1 seed. So you're not getting those points, and you're needing a guy who's probably going to look pretty bad to help you out. And that does not feel that great. Wow, Jeremy, for Xmas, you were traveling to an underdog friendly state. So it's time for you to find some shippers, brother. Let's see. Copy paste dates. Davis, what odds would you say Kendre scores 20.5 half PPR points tonight? I'm fading him. That feels pretty low. Let me look here. I will look at his projection in the solver for you. I will pull up the whole game slate. Kendre Miller in the solver is projected for 12.3. So yeah, he's probably, I don't know. Let's call it 20% of the time he gets 20 points. Maybe that's about right. Anyone else making the finals in the Pit Bowl or the Puppy 2? I don't know. I think the one of the puppies I'm going to have a finals team, but we'll see. Desert Fox, my guy. GM. Reminder, if you are watching these shows on YouTube and you want to watch them without ads, ad-free, you can do so over on twitch.tv/Davis Mattek. Should be able to have Twitch Prime there. All right, so here is already a different thing. One, Hurts does not always go 2 anymore. I actually am going to do what the Sidekick says here, and I'm going to take Saquon Barkley. And after I select him and update the timestamp, we can discuss why, in fact, I think Saquon Barkley is back to being a better pick. Run Good Rick had a great Greyhound Superflex team, but went up against Cooks. Cook, Barkley, Gibbs, J-Mo. Well, there's only so much that you can do. Reminder, if you have never used the Sidekick before, if you're interested in this tool, you can check that out over at legendaryupside.com. So Lamar goes 4, Jalen Hurts goes 5, St. Brown is going to go here on the turn with Goff, but we are going to be able to get the nutted. Oh, well, that's interesting. Mr. Zachary 1233-2 took Derrick Henry instead of St. Brown. Maybe he thinks he's in a BR. Maybe he thinks he's wow, there we go. My man's advancing in the puppy 3. Steve needs to duck 11.9 from Juwan tonight to advance one into the DK Millie final. I ended up in a Jonathan Taylor pod in the DraftKings Millie. Not great. Yeah, I think you do. So in this spot, we have Barkley, Gibbs, and Allen behind us. Well, actually, no. I'm not going to because. Well, actually, no. Yeah, you take Devonta here. You take Devonta here. Guy behind us takes Goff. Fantasy Freezer takes Goff, and then we're gonna take Mahomes. They're gonna pick weird first round there. The Lamar drafter takes Justin Jefferson instead of Flowers. I guess that's fine. To dodge 15.5 from Dobbs. Wow, there you go, man. I'm rooting for you. Rooting for all you guys. If it can't be me, I want it to be you. Chris is getting one in the puppy 2. My man is about to win his work league first 2-time champ in the 15-year history. What would be some good swag? Dude, you need to get a magnet and put it on the refrigerator at work for sure. Man has to fade 43 from Dobbs and fading 40 from Juwan and another. Rob's getting through the Hound Dog. DK needs 44.7 from Jordan Love. All right, we are going to take Mahomes. We might have lost Devonta there, so that was a good call. So we now have Barkley, Devonta, and Mahomes. Yes, yeah, you are going to blow all that money on playoff best ball for sure. For sure. Yeah, the mitten is not filling as fast as I thought either, but wait for those payouts tonight. Wait for the best ball payouts tonight. Once the regular season best ball starts to pay out, it's on. The regular season best ball payouts fly right. Look, it's very easy to do the playoff best ball draft. Speaking from experience, yeah, playoff best ball, I feel like it's really taken on kind of a life of its own this year. I feel like people have been looking forward to it really, really early on. Yeah, I'm not drafting Buccaneers players at all right now. Zero. They're still fine, but I was taking so many of them that I now need to trim my exposure back a good bit. Fantasy Football Garage is fading Love and Kraft, scoring 30 and 15 to advance a poodle. Wow. Eliminator finals. And the hero wide receiver is Marvin Harrison Jr. Shout out to you. Well, you're in the right spot if you want to think about playoff best ball, because that is really all we're doing here. Yes, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. We definitely have been looking forward to playoff best ball basically since Rashee Rice hurt his knee. Basically, Rashee Rice injured his knee, and I'm like, you know what? It's time to start jamming some playoff best ball. You know what? I'm going to take Jameson Williams here because we don't have an NFC quarterback set up. Actually, I'm going to take Worthy here. I'm taking Worthy over Kelsey now, but I'm wondering what it's going to, I wonder what the sidekick is going to want me to do at second quarterback here. It's got Kansas City as 83.1% for the bye. That feels about right for me. I'm taking a little bit of Washington. Kelsey here. We're set up Jaden Reed as our second. Is Jordan Love still on the board? Yeah, we're going to take Jaden Reed and set up our second NFC team. I am just not that woke on Kelsey, really. But yes, I am taking right now, given the portfolio of what I have already drafted, I'm light on the Commanders and I'm very overweight on the Buccaneers. I need the Buccaneers to, and I've taken like no Falcons. So I'm gonna need the Buccaneers to make the playoffs. Pretty big time. That is of crucial importance for me. Oh, Charles is fading 17 from Josh Jacobs on Monday Night Football. Well, this is a good point. Kelsey is going to go to Germany. He's going to get the blood in his knees spun up. That's a good point. Yeah, come on, guys. Please like the video. Please like the stream. I'm taking on this team. I'm taking Jordan Love over DeAndre Hopkins because I don't really care the difference between Hopkins or Hollywood Brown. Sus Edwards asks, how interested would you be in any of these 7-8 record AFC teams? Bengals, Dolphins, Colts. If the Bengals find a way to win in week 17 and then the Broncos lose in week 18 and the Bengals win, I don't even know who they play. They are the number one team you are going to want to have drafted. Yeah, you are going to want to be taking Bengals because they are a very straightforward fantasy team. You know exactly who's getting points on them. It's Chase Brown, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins. And you also feel, all right, we're going to take Hopkins here. More importantly, you feel like, oh, this is very easy for the Bengals to make the conference championship or win the conference championship. I mean, theoretically, what would Bengals at Bills conference champ, and I don't even know how the bracket lines up exactly, but what would Bengals at Bills conference championship line be? 4.5 point dogs, 5.5 point dogs, maybe something like that. The Bengals play the Steelers week 18. The Bengals probably play a Steelers team that knows exactly where they're at in the seeding. That's kind of what I think, you know. So the Steelers, like a non-motivated Steelers team, but yeah, the Bengals getting in is the thing that can really shake up what we're doing here. If the Bengals find a way to get into the playoffs, then a lot of the teams that we drafted are going to be in pretty disadvantageous spots. I'm going to take Kraft over Hunt because, again, I don't care the difference between those two. And Hunt is needed to make the build work. So for week 1 buys, I've got Mahomes, Worthy, and Hopkins. So this team does need Hunt or Pirine. The Broncos have to lose this week. They have to lose week 17 against the Bengals. And then they also have to lose to the Kansas City Chiefs in week 18. And if that happens, then the Bengals are in. The Bengals win week 17 against the Broncos, win week 18 against the Steelers, and then the Broncos lose in week 18. Bobby is saying he doesn't think the seeds are going to change at all from this point forward. Honestly, that is totally possible. I kind of let the sidekick determine that stuff for me. Let me look at let me pull up the Athletic playoff projections, both. If Denver loses both, then the Bengals are in, basically. Denver loses both, then the Bengals are in. Bengals sneaking in, Ravens winning the North would be brutal for the Bills. They would have to go Bengals, Ravens, Chiefs as a 2 seed. Ooh, fuck. That is awful. What is... Yes, if the Vikings control their own destiny. So if the Vikings win this week and then beat the Lions in week 18, the Lions are the 1 seed, or the Vikings are the 1 seed. So if the Vikings win their next 2 games, they are the 1 seed. So you could argue that Detroit having the bye probability of 75% is maybe a little bit high. Yeah, Noah Gray is definitely who we want here. Easy. Well, is it? Is it Noah Gray, or do we want to set up an alternative Green Bay? No, it's Noah Gray. All right, there we go. Team number 1 in the new meta. We took Barkley at 3. Then we took Devonta Smith at 10. We took Mahomes, Worthy, Jaden Reed, Jordan Love, DeAndre Hopkins, Tucker Kraft, Kareem Hunt, and Noah Gray. So we have a Chiefs-Eagles or a Chiefs-Packers Super Bowl covered. Either way, I did already max the Little Mitten too. Max reached in the Little Mitten too. 22 left in the Mitten. 22 left in the Mitten, folks. Colts and Dolphins have tiebreakers. Is that true? I don't know. Oh, God, man. Has anyone ever gotten bounced in Best Ball Week 16 due to a tiebreaker? Exact tie for first. That is awful. That is terrible, man. Yeah, I think it's still clearly Josh Allen 101 because the markets just have the Bills with much greater reach the Super Bowl equity. Right now, the Buffalo Bills have I guess it's actually not that much higher. Yeah, I don't know what the tie-breaking scenarios are, though, is the issue. Bengals Super Bowl, Bengals playoff probability. Let's find out. What do Sunday's results mean for the... So basically they need, yes, the Bengals need a loss from the Colts and the Dolphins each. So as long as those teams don't win out, yes, yeah, the Colts and the Dolphins also have to lose one. So there you go. There is your playoff scenarios. We figured it out. We did the math. So it's pretty gosh darn thin. But man, if it happens. Yeah, tiebreaker is the highest scoring player on the week. Man lost to Jonathan Taylor. I feel for you, brother. That sucks. Miami has Cleveland and the New York Jets. Well, the thing about the Dolphins is they're not very good, man. They really are not. But I think there is, by the way, a new strategy out of the 106 with the Chiefs having the 1 seed locked up. Which is that, well, also, I mean, you guys maybe would not agree with this, but man, the Colts have the Giants and the Jaguars. They could definitely lose that Jaguars game. I effectively think I thought the Chiefs looked so good against the Texans, and maybe that's stupid, but I thought, man, this team is going back to the Super Bowl. That is what I thought. I thought, oh man, that is a team that is winning another Super Bowl. That's just like Hollywood looks so good. Tooney is playing great at left tackle, you know, like he just is crushing at left tackle, and they're going to get Humphreys back in. Yes, this is the other thing. Josh is saying Allen and Mahomes are his 1 and 2 because you can load up on the narrow target share NFC players early and still get Bills and Chiefs that will score points. Yes, exactly this. So at both the 2-3 and the 4-5 turn, there are Rams, Vikings, Packers, these guys, high-level skill position players on the NFC side available, whereas you can still take Matt Collins and Kareem Hunt and Samaj P. Ryan and Ty Johnson and Tom Brady. I just was thinking about Tom Brady. Yeah, the AFC is going to be a slugfest. I mean, the Ravens, the Bills, and the Chiefs. In my opinion, the Ravens, Bills, and the Chiefs are probably the best teams in the NFL. Hollywood is getting more expensive. Yeah, he was free to begin with He definitely is getting more expensive now. But I'll tell you another thing. Xavier Worthy should be going ahead of Hopkins. The back-to-back usage for Xavier Worthy, like kind of unbelievable how much. And you guys, I don't know if you guys saw this. Nagy was talking about him, was talking about Worthy, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you know he's exactly like Rice, like he's turning it on at the right time." And I was like, "Oh brother, that is last 2 weeks." 29% of the targets, 29% targets per route run, 60% of the team's end zone targets. It wants us to take Kelsey. I'm going to take Pacheco, actually, and then see what it tells me to do. It wants me to take... Still wants me to take a Chief, huh? Still wants me to take a Chief. Let's do... I'm doing Worthy. So we've got 4 to the Chiefs Lions Super Bowl right now. The reason to me why Lamar is not in the same tier is that their Ravens Super Bowl odds are so much worse. So just here, let me pull up unabated and look at conference championship probabilities. The conference championship probabilities are going to be much lower than you would think for the Ravens. The Ravens are closer in conference championship probability to the Steelers. So right now, I don't know. Let's just do the DK Sportsbook. Right now, the Baltimore Ravens are plus 350 to win the conference at FanDuel, and the Buffalo Bills are 2-1. The Pittsburgh Steelers, actually, they're much lower to win the conference. I guess that's not exactly this. I guess that's not exactly the same thing. Yeah, fifth highest odds. So they're just not as dominant as the market is treating them. Yeah, Kelsey just does not look great. Look at this. Look at that. Some interaction in the Twitch chat. That makes me feel happy. That makes me my boys hanging out on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Davis Mattek. You love to see it. And now we are gonna add the Packers as our second team. No sweat. We will do Jordan Love, and we will do Jaden Reed. David likes Worthy, Hopkins, and Hollywood. I would definitely still do Kelsey over Hopkins, but that Hollywood usage, man, he looked like a very good fit for that offense. By the way, the guy next to me just started taking Chiefs, setting up, I guess, a Vikings-Chiefs Super Bowl, but he's got the 2 Eagles. People are definitely drafting the Chargers less. If we did ADP chasing for playoff best ball, the Chargers would be like the biggest fallers in the whole thing for sure. People are over the Chargers. So I guess, I don't know, maybe there's a better way to look at this. Winning Super Bowl odds. The Bills are 4.5 to 1. Ravens are 7 to 1. It's funny. The Pittsburgh Steelers are 37 to 1. Isn't that so funny? No one thinks. Everyone knows the Steelers aren't winning the Super Bowl. I don't believe I've taken Carson Steele once. Maybe I should. Carson Steele, I guess he'd be the Kareem Hunt roll handcuff. All right. We have got, through 6 rounds, Mahomes and Love at quarterback. We have got Pacheco as our running back. St. Brown, Worthy, and Reed. So we need an AFC running back. So we gotta do Mixon. Gotta do Mixon. And then it'll be Christian Watson. Yep. Easy peasy. Yeah, people have also decided 10-minute is in great value and mix, and people have also decided the Texans are dead, and the Texans are kind of dead. Yeah, I just think you can't really go Saquon AJ Brown unless you can get Mahomes, because then you're just playing for a Texans, Chargers, Bengals Super Bowl or whatever. Everyone saw the Chargers on national TV need about a half dozen third down drives extent. Yeah. Chargers are bad. I don't know. I think probably not. That was kind of my expectation. But Pacheco actually played fewer snaps here in week 16 than he did the week before. Hunt played more. Perine's still getting 100% of the long down and distance, 100% of the 2-minute drill. Pacheco's not playing on the 2-minute drill or long down and distance at all. Steele gets a couple rushes here and there. You can get this. Anthony got a Devonta, AJ Brown, Mahomes. Yeah, you can get those starts, and those are pretty nice. I mean, I think, I sort of believe, the Chiefs are kind of the skeleton key. I think Pacheco is very likely to get the goal line work in the playoffs. That's the big deal. But Hunt is a good selection as well. For our Super Bowl, we have Mahomes. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need one more for our Super Bowl. We actually should take Dalton Schultz. Oh shit, we can't. Shouldn't take Tank Dell. I guess we're taking Robert Woods. Yeah, Robert Woods gives us a second Super Bowl that we can play for. And now we need a Chief. I think I'm going to do Noah Gray on this one. All right, there we go. So we got Mahomes with Pacheco, Worthy, and Noah Gray. St. Brown is our 5th for that Super Bowl. Then we got Love, Reed, and Watson. Then we added Robert Woods with Joe Mixon to add a potential Packers-Texans Super Bowl. Ben Johnson is intrigued and expected to interview for the Bears coaching job. I mean, buddy, sign me up. Yeah, this is what I think, Derek, that Pacheco's low usage definitely has something to do with 3 games in 11 days. But also, Hunt has been playing in situations that I have not expected. I just had not expected Kareem Hunt to be a prominent, like he's getting targets. Did not think that was ever happening for Kareem Hunt, but it is in fact happening. So I'm a little bit more woke to Hunt than the market. Maybe we don't take Mahomes this time. I don't know. We probably will. Just go ahead and take Mahomes. Yes, nothing. There's just nothing more tilting than getting sniped on Gainwell when you're the Hurts drafter. It's really annoying. How many best ball teams are you advancing? I think 3, but I don't know. 3 or 4. None in BBM. I guess I will figure out more tomorrow, or I guess tonight. I'll probably be asleep. Saints Packers. I'm probably not staying up for the end of Saints Packers. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. Yeah, Bobby Tree's in the year of our Lord 2024. Well, Mechie is banged up. Dell is out. I don't know. Let's. Can I check the usage for the Texans wide receivers after Tank got hurt? Week 16. Woods 63% of the routes, 70% of the targets. Xavier Hutchinson 58% of the routes. Tank Dell 53% of routes. Obviously, he left the game in half. It's so true. Mechie is out, but he's still hurt. That's the thing. Mechie's out, but he still might not play on Christmas. My man needs Kraft to score 25. Rooting for you, bro. Buffalo, Baltimore, Minnesota, Rams, conference championship. Well, hey man, crazier things have happened. You can take Mechie too at the end if you're in those spots. I know I have a lot of Tank Dell relative. Marathon is just the most points in the regular season wins on Underdog. All right, let's take Goff and Gibbs on this one. So let's do Goff. And let's do, because just getting Gibbs. Gibbs, man, that usage yesterday was unbelievable. 2,300 top score. Yeah, sounds about right. Cool contest, but not a great sweat, right? Not a great sweat in the marathon. Not great suggested titles from vidIQ. Maybe you are. I don't know. I didn't play any of them. I think maybe they're on bbmdb.com. Here you go. Marathon leaderboard. Cameron Crazy. Jaden Daniels, Baker Mayfield, Bryce Young, Barkley, Jacobs, Swift, Eckler, Singletary, Hubbard, Madison, Chase, Devonta, Pickens, Judy, Downs, Noah Brown, George Kittle, and Cade Otton. bbmdb.com. I'll post that in the chat if you want to peruse. I have no idea if that's updated. But I suppose we shall see. All right, Goff Gibbs. The thing that I hate about doing the double line start is the NFC or the AFC options for points are just not nearly as good. Like, dude, Khalil Shakir is a way worse pick than Xavier Worthy, or the NFC guys, than the Packers guys, than the Vikings guys. Ben Johnson leaving is not going to impact how much I feel about St. Brown or Gibbs. Maybe it would impact how I feel about like Laporta or JMO or Montgomery. All right, we are going to take Jamison Williams here. Then who does it want? Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, oh, I'm drafting these Bills. I mean, this sucks. Like, okay, I can take Khalil Shakir. No, I'm not going to take Khalil Shakir. I'm just going full Lions. I'm taking Laporta. And then I can build out. Because the other thing you can do is if you do full Lions, is you could just build, you only want the NFC side of the Super Bowl. You could build Rams. You could build Falcons. You could build Commanders. You could just build, I'm taking 2 NFC teams. Yeah, I don't think Luke Getsy is going to get another job. Maybe, well, no, he definitely will. Just probably not a coordinator job. Outside of James Cook, I wouldn't want Bills without Allen. Yeah, I mean, I think with Hurts, you could with Hurts, you could talk yourself into, Dawson Knox or Kincaid or whoever. But yeah, these double NFC starts suck. Like this Mahomes AJ Brown guy, this guy's living Zabs. Dude, he's living a great life. Look at him. He's got Mahomes and AJ Brown. So he's got AJ Brown and Justin Jefferson points in round 1. Then he's got Kelsey. He can add in, Kyron. He can add in Brian Robinson Jr. He can add in Cooper Kupp. Like, dude, he's smashing. He's living his truth, man. He's having a great time. See, I don't think they are. Maybe I guess Jake, you and I are just having a different experience because I don't think they're depressing right now because I'm just taking my Chiefs. I had a come to Jesus moment as the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Houston Texans, and I said, these guys are still the best. Okay, so this is interesting. What it wants me to do now is it wants me to take a Chief, but I don't think I can afford that. So I'm gonna do something weird. Not weird. I'm gonna take the second ranked player here, and I'm gonna take Dalton Kincaid, and then I'm gonna see what it tells me to do. So I'm also not gonna do George Pickens. I'm gonna do Najee to signal to the rest of the room that I need Russell Wilson. Yes, it's going to be very, very depressing if Worthy gets steamed all the way up. If Worthy gets steamed up, and if Hollywood gets steamed up, and even if you can't get Kareem Hunt in the last round every time, then it will get depressing. All right, so we have got. It was literally the first time they were exciting in 2 years. You are perfectly encapsulating the emotion that I had, which is it was the first time. I guess from my perspective, it was the first time I felt like I had joy watching them all year. Now, if I get snapped off on Russell Wilson on this team, it's gonna be a bad time. Now is also quite a good time to be drafting weirdo Super Bowls. Like if we're feeling depressed, yeah, we definitely could have got super teams 2 weeks ago. Yes, yep. Hollywood is underpriced, and I mean, like I assume, I don't know. Let me check. I assume that the ETR playoff rankings have not been updated today. Let me look. But I assume that they're not. So wait for that stuff to get updated. Where do I Underdog playoff best ball ranks? I'm gonna guess. Yeah, it's not updated today. So then when those get updated, then we'll be in a different spot. Anyways, the thought I was having was now is a good time to draft weirdo teams. So if you want to draft, Chargers Super Bowl, you want to draft Falcons Super Bowl, Commanders Super Bowl. This is the time to do it because the market is getting more efficient. And now we do not a great, it doesn't feel great doing this, but you do. You pay the piper this way. You take George Pickens, you take Russell Wilson, and now this is how we set up our Lions Super Bowl. We have a Lions Buffalo Super Bowl. Copper prices, buddy, we must have been on the same schedule the last couple days because I've seen your name a ton in the lobbies, so we must have just been on the same drafting schedule. BRs and playoff drafts. Doing the best ball portfolio show with Liam tomorrow. Gonna do that at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Everyone's seeing Liam's name in the Sims. Sounds like Chess Liam might win Best Ball Mania 5. How do you guys feel about that? I'm choosing to have a different attitude. I'm gonna choose to be happy for my friends as much as possible. Of course it means Kincaid was a good pick. Well, Kincaid is a pretty good pick in these. Kincaid, I actually really do mean this. Kincaid is a good pick in playoff basketball. Yeah, good for him. Good for him. All right, this team. I mean, these teams suck. These Steelers teams, they absolutely stink. No one fucking likes these. No one likes these Steelers teams. Like when you have the Najee Harris, Russell Wilson, George Pickens team, you just. I really do think. I think those Mahomes early teams are better. Like I think the Mahomes AJ Brown guy loves his team way better than we like our team. I'll tell you that much. The Zabs drafted a way more fun team than us, for sure. All right, we've got Kincaid and Pickens are our wide receivers in round 1. Let me tell you, buddy, that don't feel that good. We got Ty Johnson. I should just take another Bill, honestly, because the Steelers are not making the Super Bowl. Yeah, I'm taking another Bill. I'm taking Matt Collins over Freiermuth. So now we have got wow, did Jordan Love and Sam Darnold go undrafted in this one? Is Kitchen advancing his team? Is Kitchen advancing? I haven't checked. I guess I will find out on the Swolecast this afternoon if Kitchen is in fact advancing his team. Yes, the Steelers are gonna face the Texans, and you are gonna get 2 games out of them, and they're gonna be 2 games that are brutal for fantasy. All right, can we get slightly different out of the 105. 105 can be pretty strong. Need to save some of these, by the way. Well, I guess I won't stream on Christmas. I probably won't. I guess I will stream tomorrow. These will probably be the last mittens I do on stream. I mean, I'm about done, and then the contest is going to fill. The question that I've got is are they going to have 2 smaller contests are they going to have the little mitten, the little gauntlet, and the gauntlet all open, or do they want the gauntlet to fill? Maybe they want people drafting in the gauntlet. That's totally possible. I'm gonna have to win a puppy to max the gauntlet, I think. But if I win a puppy, then I'll be in there. Which would be a grand old time. All right. Well, maybe in this one, maybe we just try and do what the guy in the 5-hole did in the last one, and I just try and I mean, Barkley Mahomes is the fucking start. That's the start you want. Very ideal. All right. Barkley goes. Wow, Eliminator final. Shout out to you, bro. Hurts goes. Maybe this is a Lamar team. Maybe 10-minute will take Gibbs. No, he takes Lamar. All right, I just am not doing the NFC side. Those teams suck. I don't like them. Yeah, Hurts AJB is a great combo to have. It's probably one of the top combos you like. Like Barkley, Hurts, Goff, Gibbs, Hurts, Brown, Allen, Cook. See, look at these starts, man. This is just so ideal. And I'm taking AJ Brown over St. Brown. I will give the Lamar guy St. Brown. He can have him. Yes. I have to win the puppy to max the gauntlet. That is a very 2024 sentence. And wow, the Lamar drafter, Mr. 10-minute, you passed on the more unique combo. And the Jalen Hurts drafter should not have taken St. Brown. That was stupid. Because now he's going to find himself in AFC prison. He is going to find himself in a dark place. Barkley drafter should take Devonta. There we go. 39th in BR. Got a Jonathan Taylor team. Oh yeah, dude. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you're bad. Whew, Kevin got a nice Chow Chow team in. Well, shout out to you, man. My Big Dog team also died on the vine. It was a good team too. Just didn't have the horses. All right. So the Eagles guys went. So the thing we're sweating is we want 10-minute to pass on Jacobs. Sick team. Jaden, JT, Cook, Justin Jefferson, Puka, Bowers. Super sick team. Wow, Bobby Ray-Bans in the DK Millie. Shout out to you guys, man. There you go. The football therapist. I had 5 semifinals in the 7. I had 7 pre-draft. There we go. Bang. Jacobs is really ideal. Because Jacobs gives us a quarterback. Yeah, this is I mean, you guys see these NFC got, I mean, just think about how many more points Josh Jacobs and AJ Brown project for than Najee Harris and George Pickens. It's not even close. Yeah, I'm taking, do I take Jordan Love? No, I'm going to take Xavier Worthy. Very rough year, man. Very rough year. You are not alone. So I wonder, who am I at risk of losing Jordan Love to? I could lose him to Yannick 8. He could take Jordan Love and build out a Bills thing. And I could lose him to I suppose Tim's Jungle might not think the Bills get the 1 seed. 24.7 from Jaden Reed, and Fly Reese Fly is in. Hey, man. If it ain't going to be me, I hope it's one of you. That would be sick. I would actually love it if one of you guys generated a winning team. That would kind of make the whole grind feel much more worth it in a way. You know, it was a very tough year for me in these contests. And I just feel stupid, you know. It's like just especially seeing a lot of the guys I liked just absolutely crush in the playoffs, like Chase Brown and Justin Jefferson and Xavier Worthy. You know, Worthy 19 or what is it, 17.5 points per game in the playoffs or something, you know. So it would be great if one of you guys gets through with David, I remember. Hey man. You would add Barkley, right? Barkley smashing. I don't think it was that good a process overall. All right, so I am going to get rewarded waiting on Jordan Love. I want to take Puka here, honestly. And you know what? I'm going to. I think I am going to take Puka. He's probably so far down. He's probably not even in the sidekick anymore. Well, Yeah, and the Chiefs did not, in fact, go Burr. All right, Drap. Thank you for keeping me from making a mistake right there, because I was about to. What do we do? Do we do Hopkins or do we do Reed? I think we do Hopkins. I'm a little bit lighter on Hopkins. You just Sean, if you get the 101 and you go on and Cook gets sniped, then you just take Devonta Smith and Justin Jefferson. You just take 2 NFC guys or Shakir, but normally the NFC guys. Yeah, getting all the Ravens, I agree, is great. Bobby, hey man, we are on our way. We are on our way out of the red. We're gonna have some finals teams. I guess I have no idea if I'm fading Josh Jacobs or not. I assume maybe, I don't know, but look, it just top 2 win it, right? Top 2 win it. And if we win it, imagine winning the fast puppy. So many. I think I had over 1,000 total teams. Yeah, it's easy for next year. We're taking more Adam Thielens and less Javon Bakers to advance more of the players that matter. It's easy to say that now, man. It's very easy to say that now, but then you're going to get there and you're going to be like, dude, Ted McMillan's so good. I can't even think of a good, I don't know who's a shitty wide receiver prospect this year. 2025 wide receiver NFL draft class. Dude, Jack Back is lit. Dude, Kobe Hudson on the Chiefs. I mean, Torrey Horton might be good. I might end up with a lot of Torrey Horton, actually. Oh, naked Darnold sighting at the 1. Well, he's playing like the Bills might get the bye, I guess. Oh yeah, I'm not backing off. No, Tet is awesome. Yes, Jalen McMillan. I mean, I had like 85% Jalen McMillan in the big board. Jalen McMillan's a great player. All right, let's add Christian Watson. But yes, like literally immediately you started saying this, and I'm like, dude, if Jalen Noel goes to the Bills, I'm all in. Dude, if Nick Nash is a Raven, I'm all in. Nick Nash, by the way, Nick Nash is a threat to be next year's ship chasing guy. Gun to my head, Travis Hunter goes in the 8th round. It's like the wide receiver 42. Gun to my head, that's where Travis Hunter goes. He's gonna... I think this is a good point. I think there's probably an edge in drafting Vikings as if they're the 1 seed. Yeah. The thing is, it's actually gonna fuck me over if the Vikings are the 1 seed, because I've drafted them a ton as advance rate pieces. So I'm going to have some teams that are stone dead. Which, hey, if you've never had a stone dead team, you're probably not trying hard enough. All right, we've got to take Pirine on this team to have a functional Packers-Chiefs Super Bowl. So now we have an Eagles, Chiefs, or Packers Super Bowl live. I probably don't have it in me to fade Travis Hunter, honestly. Yeah, no Guerrero or Tyrone Tracy in the big board. That was very obnoxious. Wow. Mind of a kid. He's going to keep watching on YouTube, but I can have his Twitch Prime. Now that's a friend right there. All right. Should we take Dobbs or should we take Gainwell or Calcaterra? Dobbs definitely more likely to get us points. We actually should probably take another Chief, really. You know what? I'm taking likely. Oh, do it. Click it. Nimble ass fingers right there. So now we have another Super Bowl live. Packers, Ravens, Chiefs, Packers, Chiefs, Eagles, all live. There we go. Man, the primetime Palooza, not feeling 20K to first. 20K to first. I was thinking about doing a video for that, but I don't think enough people play the two gamers. Maybe if Mr. Tenor and Brian Hooper are around tomorrow, we will run it. True. True. All right, the 1-3. We've not had that one. Yes, yeah. The PTP, the Primetime Palooza, is for the 2-game slate. Why stacking the AFC is better than stacking the NFC early on Underdog Best Ball Playoff Drafts. Timestamp game, crazy. Yeah, Caleb Johnson, I think, is going to be an early favorite of mine in the big board. Yes, if they would have called it the Christmas tree or the, I don't know, something like that. Yeah, I like the Packers and the Vikings. They're probably my favorite. The Packers and the Vikings are like my favorite relative to market teams in the contest. Exactly, Rob. Okay, who does the sidekick want at 3? I'm curious. Ever since the discussion last week about how the guy at the turn shouldn't take same teams as you, everyone's been taking my teams and pissing me off even more. Oh yeah, we were just talking about Fannin. We were just talking about ol' Harold Fannin on ADP chasing. The people are about to get woke to Harold Fannin for sure, Sherlock. Yeah, they should definitely call it the Grinch or something. All right, Karain. We'll do a Ravens. I've not done a Ravens yet. I've been doing a lot of Chiefs. We'll do the Ravens. Yeah, they should call it the Stealing Christmas, the Antler, the Whoville, who's gonna win. I don't know. Not my job to come up with pun names for the Underdog Fantasy Christmas PTP, but those are all pretty good. Ashton Jeanty is going to go, he's going to be like the 106 or something. Ashton Jeanty. He's going to go insanely early. All right, well, there you go, Derrick Henry. Easy peasy. I hope Nick Nash goes to a team that needs a wide receiver. I hope Nick Nash goes. Where do I hope Nick Nash goes? I hope Nick Nash. The Browns, maybe? The Browns kind of need a guy. Yeah, there you go. Charger. There you go, Sus. Mr. Sus Edwards. Nick Nash, great Charger. Greatfitchargers.com. Oh, 10-minute got snapped on Josh Allen, so now he's going to do the Devonta Smith, Justin Jefferson thing. We'll see how he builds that out. Jordan Chand from SaberSim here in the room. All right. Well, I guess we just take Flowers. Think you can sometimes mix it up and take Aaron Jones here and set up the Vikings, especially because the Ravens are 0% for the bye. Basically, I think they're mathematically eliminated. But sure, we'll take Flowers. Just these Ravens, man. Lamar, Henry, Flowers might be the number one combinatorial one that makes the most sense. Nick Nash, by the way, if you guys are not woke to Nick Nash, he's a billion years old. He committed as a quarterback. I think he actually started at quarterback in 2021. Switched to wide receiver. So weird career for Nick Nash. 104 receptions, 1,400 yards, 16 tuds at San Jose State. No one else on the team had more than 900 yards. Crazy. Wow, and we're going to get Andrews. Actually, is there any reason for the guys behind me to take a Raven? Not really. I'm going to take Laporta. He is, literally, he is the most Davis Mattek player that you could find. Yes, I will be doing the FFPC playoff challenge. I will be doing the NFFC playoff stuff. So if you guys are really jonesing for playoff fantasy football stuff, we're going to have way more than playoff best ball. Rabona King has 3 bullets into the big board finals. Fucking hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. That's very cool. I hope one of you guys... This guy behind us is he's got Jalen Hurts, James Cook, Josh Jacobs, and Isaiah Pacheco. So he might be auto drafting. All right. I hope he does not auto draft Isaiah Pacheco, though. No, I hope he doesn't auto draft Mark Andrews. Actually, Puka would be a sick pick here, too. Rams, Ravens Super Bowl. Can't you guys see that? Can't you guys just really see that? Open your third eye. I'm pretty woke to the Rams. All right, Mark Andrews does go. That's annoying. You know what? I am going to take Puka. Set up that as our second team. I think that Kareem Hunt is he's just a part of the offense. That's really what I think. I think he is going to play about 30% of the snaps pretty much every game. I think he is going to get more goal line stuff than you'd think. Oh, that's a good question. Probably, just statistically, probably I will. But we're going to find out. We will find out tomorrow on the show if we're going to have any Greg Dortch on the finals teams. I will say if any of my big board teams had gotten there, he for sure would have been on. I think that's true. The thing is Pacheco's touchdown expectation is probably pretty good. But I agree Pacheco's probably a little overdrafted and Hunt is probably a little underdrafted. I think that is likely true. All right, we are going to get Bateman here. So we have Lions, Rams. We have Derrick Henry. We could add another NFC running back, which would be like Brian Robinson Jr. Where's Brian Robinson Jr. go these days? Running back 17. Feels about right. So Lamar, Henry, Flowers, Laporta for a Super Bowl, Nakua week 1 or wild card week, then Bateman. That's also true. I mean, the Chargers are just not beating the Chiefs or the Bills or in a big game. They could definitely beat the Ravens in a big game, though. I suppose that's possible. All right. I guess we take Likely next. I'm a little bit less woke to Tim Patrick. Tim Patrick is like an example of how we can't have shit in best ball, you know? Tim Patrick would have been a really good round 10 pick last year, and now we can't have shit in best ball, so Tim Patrick has to go in the 7th round, you know? Doesn't mean we're not going to take him, but I don't like him as much. I also like taking Cooper Kupp on this team. I wonder if he's gone. He's gone. Wow. The star method 10-minute. The star method returns. You got some early Ty Johnson. I could definitely Baltimore could definitely beat Kansas City. No doubt about it. We're going to take likely, and then we'll see. Yeah, I mean, Mean Muggin, I tend to agree with this. He's saying it's difficult to get creative with AFC quarterbacks because there's a 0% chance that it's not Mahomes, Allen, or Lamar, and they all go in the first 2 rounds. Well, yeah, so something that I think that you should be consciously thinking of is build your backdoor AFC stuff as advance rate pieces and then build those out to be complete Super Bowl teams. Because some percentage of the time, the Texans make the Super Bowl. Some percentage of the time, the Steelers make the Super Bowl. Some percentage of the time, the Chargers make the Super Bowl or the Broncos make the Super Bowl. No, come on. Sam Darnold should not win MVP. Josh Allen is the MVP, brother. Darnold could win Comeback Player of the Year if they didn't change the rules of the award. All right, we'll take Tim Patrick. I'm not that interested in round 10 Montgomery Clipper Nation because I expect him to kind of suck. I actually don't doubt his ability to get back, but I think he might suck when he gets back. But I think it's a fine pick. So we've got Lamar, Henry, Flowers, Laporta, Puka, Bateman, Likely, Patrick. I think I'd like to take an NFC running back on this team. Would have preferred it to have been someone who won't die in the conference championships. Sure, we'll do Justice Hill next. Why not? You could totally tell yourself that the path for the Ravens making the Super Bowl includes 1 Derrick Henry game, 1 Justice Hill game. Not that woke to Keaton Mitchell. I think, Rob, I think I'm more woke to Rasheen Ali, but that might be boomer brain talking. That might be best ball summer brain talking. All right, we take Justice Hill. That's kind of what I thought. Now it kind of wants me to take another AFC piece. So AFC running backs we can take Kareem Hunt. We can take Najee. I promise you, Matthew, Liam winning 2 Best Ball Manias would be insanely good for his business and for his YouTube channel. You might be annoyed, but I promise you in general, not really sure you could get better marketing than 2-time Best Ball Mania champion. All right, we have got 1 Raven, 2 Raven, 3 Raven, 4, 5, 6 Ravens. I am going to take... Oh, I'm going to take Najee Harris, actually. I think, Justin, I think that too. I think the market is too low on the Rams in these drafts. We could pull up the old unabated win conference simulator. It's funny. I have a sim up from 2 months ago, and the Rams were 25% to make the playoffs in that sim. Oh, there we go. Well, the 2-hole auto drafted 4-packers. They have a full team versus the Bills and the Chiefs. Well, isn't the room is going to do that. If you auto draft with other guys who know what they're doing, all red badges, you probably will get that some of the time, where you're actually going to give the auto drafting team a whole roster because everyone's staying in their lane. All red badges, by the way. All right. The 1-2. Well, I'm going to be boring, and I am just going to take Jalen Hurts, actually. Those full Ravens teams, they are both a good fantasy team, and they don't have the bye. Man, full Ravens teams are really, really nice. I think you want to have a good chunk of your portfolio there. I think the Buccaneers are still minus 135 to make the playoffs. No, I got the 102, man. I got the 102. So I'll let them be. Full fade Green Bay Rams bounce the wild card. I don't think so. I'm not really full fading anyone with serious Super Bowl equity because I'm doing so many of these. How many have I done? Let's see if I can figure this out. Drafts active. No. Track drafts completed. 150 in the way too early wild card. 132 in the mitten. 10 in the little gauntlet. 20 in the little mitten. 20 in the little mitten 2. All quarterbacks in the first round. So what is Breeze DeTroof going to do? All right, he took Henry. We kind of like that, actually, as a Hurts drafter. We could be in a pretty sick spot here. So let's see what the Goff drafter will take Cook. Or no, the Goff drafter will take St. Brown. The Mahomes drafter should take AJB. And then Lamar drafter is going to take Barkley. So we're going to run bad. Could have been sick, but it's not going to be. I would like the Bengals to pull off the impossible, but they definitely don't deserve it. Come on, man. Hurts AJB. Give it to me. You know you want Zay Flowers, brother. I'm not giving you Zay Flowers on the wrap back around, so if you want him, you got to take him here. Wow. 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 Well, actually, that worked out. That worked out really nice. Look at that, boys. Hurts AJB. You can't complain about Hurts AJB, man. That is a really nice start to a draft. Yeah, Hurts AJ Brown is the perfect combo for playoff best ball. And now we get Devonta. That is just that is a really nice start to a draft. That's about as good as the Lamar start from last time. I mean, obviously you would prefer to have Barkley. I don't know. Would you rather have the start that the neighborhood has, where he's got Mahomes and Barkley? He's going to have Mahomes, Barkley, and Jacobs, I think, probably. What's he going to do? He's got the goat horns, too. When are they going to give me the goat horns, man? When are they going to turn on the goat horns for your boy? They probably won't. Yeah, it's close. I don't know. What's a better start? Hurts, Brown, Devonta, or Lamar, Henry, Flowers? They're both really strong. Those are probably the two strongest starts, both for Super Bowl equity and potential points, right? Doesn't really get much better than that. I like this new update they did to the Sidekick where they do the round 1 active, the probability that the player will be active in round 1. I really like that. I think it's very strong. I think the Eagles start is probably slightly better as well, but you have to find some running back points. What's up? Did someone just get done streaming? Someone might have just got done streaming because I just got like 27 more viewers. So if someone did just get done streaming, shout out to you for finishing. All right, I'm actually not going to take Pacheco here because I want this to be a Kareem Hunt team. So I'm going to take Joe Mixon. And then we're going to take Kareem Hunt later, but we're going to use the Texans as our second team. Texans, Chiefs. Did the Rams players already go? Rams players are sneaky. I might try and work some magic here. It's actually not going to work. You want to talk about Giga advance rate? Oh, Puka already went. Never mind. Giga advance rate. The full Eagle stack with Rams, with Texans, with like maybe Chargers at the end or something. You hate to see it. You really do, Brian. Josh got a Lamar, Henry, Jacobs, Flower start. Yeah, fuck. That's really strong. All right, Nico. So we've got double Texans, 3 Eagles. That's a Super Bowl right there. And that's 5 active players in the wild card with good projection. So we can definitely add on a couple Chiefs. No sweat. That's a pretty nutted start, though. I know no one wants the Texans right now. Everyone's like, "Oh, the Texans are dead. The Texans are dust," and the Texans are definitely dust. The Houston Texans have been marked safe from winning the 2023 Super Bowl. 2025 Super Bowl. God damn. Sometimes the brain, it just don't work so good, boys. I probably am not going to stream that much longer. I really would like to, but I have got some work that I have got to get done. And we're doing this Woolcast at a different time. We're doing this Woolcast at 3 p.m. my time today. So this might be the last one. I hate to do it, but I need to let the dogs out. I got some other work I've got to get done. Yeah, this is fucking crazy. Such devastating injuries for Tank. It's a very, very brutal. He had surgery immediately. All right. I'm not taking Laporta here. And he went anyway. I'm going to take Goddard. And then I'm going to take Kareem Hunt. Literally, there's never been an earlier look. No, I really just actually have to go let my dogs out. And I'm fasting on Mondays, so I haven't eaten since dinner last night, which I guess is not that long ago, but I'm starting to get pretty hungry. And I need to drink some electrolytes. I'm taking Kareem Hunt. I'm not gonna add the Bills in. Yeah, people are saying this more. No, I am just I'm starting to run some more. I'm trying to get a decent little cut in to start the new year. Yeah, the Bengals are like 5% to make it, basically, roughly 5% to make it. All right, now the sidekick is looking much better. And we have a full, when we take Gainwell, we're going to have the full Eagles team. Yes. Here's the draft board. This team is Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, Joe Mixon, Nico Collins, Dallas Goedert, Kareem Hunt. Yeah, if the Bengals make it, I think I'm literally at 0%. I think I have literally none. So that seems bad. Seems bad to have zero of a team that is going to score a shit ton of fantasy points and is probably going to be favored. The auto drafters winning it on DraftKings, just taking, what is Jamar Chase, like the 1-4 or whatever. I mean, that would just be too fucking perfect. Oh man, give me Hollywood Brown, and then Crane and or Sacrilegious. We need Dalton Schultz moved up in the legendary upside stuff. Let me I'm actually just gonna message them right now in the Leg Up Best Ball Rankings chat. And let's see if anyone hears me. Noah Gray, easy click here. Cyril Grayson. You guys remember him on the Buccaneers? That's a good remember that guy. Tank Dell is going to be a crazy remember that guy. Remember that guy who smashed with CJ Stroud? He like fucking broke his leg and then almost lost his leg against Kansas City. Held on to the ball too. How about that? How about holding on to the ball there? All right, now it wants me to add the Packers as my second team. I think I like adding Schultz more. It's good for conference championship stuff, though. But Schultz does need to be moved up in the leg up stuff. Yeah, these Eagles teams, this is a good argument for just keeping Hurts at 102, even if their Super Bowl probability is a little bit worse. Because this team is just nutted. You know what we actually need? Gainwell went. All right, sure. We'll add, no, Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz is who I wanted. You love to set up a Texans-Eagles Super Bowl. Yeah. Remember that dog. True. Yeah. Look, man, nothing but respect for one of my short kings. One of my short kings of all time. Tank Dell. All right. For the audio listeners, Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, Joe Mixon, Nico Collins, Dallas Goedert, Kareem Hunt, Noah Gray, Dalton Schultz. So that's 3 Texans, 2 Chiefs, 5 Eagles. Is that 5 Eagles? No. Damn, this team really did need Gainwell, actually. Like, no cap. It really needed Gainwell. I'm actually going to take another running back. The sidekick does not want me to. The sidekick wants me to take P. Ryan, Bijan Robinson, Bucky. Yeah. Sidekick doesn't really want me to take a running back, but I'm going to. Because it's just Joe Mixon's points in round 1. Stephon is hard fading CJ Stroud. Yeah, Ty Johnson. There you go. That's better. Thank you. Thank you. There you go. That's why you guys won't let me down. It is adding a third. It's adding another AFC team, which is why the Sidekick doesn't want me to do it. But it gives me another Super Bowl. And I personally like having another Super Bowl. Sidekick hates it. Sidekick says my EV stinks. But Sidekick needs to learn ball. Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, Joe Mixon, Nico Collins, Dallas Goedert, Kareem Hunt, Noah Gray, Dalton Schultz, Ty Johnson. Yeah, Oh yeah, I mean, dude, Penix looked pretty good. Penix looked pretty good to me. Didn't look overawed. Now, granted, he was playing a hilarious matchup, but he looked pretty good to me. All right, boys, I got some chores I got to get done before the Swolecast. You guys can watch those. I'll be back with you guys in 90 minutes. I'll be back with Liam tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Central Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. If you are interested in the playoff best ball stuff, you guys can check out legendaryupside.com and go check out the Sidekick there. I'm going to get out of here. Hope y'all have a great day.
It's Short King summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks